Did you want to be a traitor from the beginning? What was your first thought when you realised that your fellow traitors were Jonathan Ross and Alan Carr?
Alan's voice was so loud, it's not like making it really obvious.
Who do you think was the worst faithful and why is it?
Nick Mohammed, I should have murdered you.
Have you noticed that celebrities have gotten out of control lately and maybe they need someone to put them in their place? Well, you're looking at the man for the job. Hi, I'm Max Belegday, the official and devilishly handsome HR department for the entertainment industry. Join me as we evaluate the job performance of your favourite stars. This is Performance Review. Today I'm off to meet star of Celebrity Traitors and murderous artist Kat Burns. I told Kat to meet me at my glamorous office to discuss a lucrative business deal. But little does this backstabbing traitor know, she's about to undergo her performance review. I actually think that's her there. Excuse me, Kat Burns?
Yeah?
Is this you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to pull you in for a performance review right now. Thank you so much for coming down to the office.
Oh no, I would actually not like to.
Do you think that you have a say in this?
Do I not?
Absolutely not, you don't, you murderous cow.
Oh.
Come with me right now.
Oh, okay.
Kat Burns.
Yes.
Hello, and thank you so much for coming in for your performance review today.
Thank you for having me.
As you know, Kat, we do have a pre-existing relationship.
Yep.
But I'm going to ask that you keep it strictly professional today.
Completely.
I do actually believe that on several occasions we've actually drunkenly kissed on the lips in clubs.
Oh.
So I'm going to ask you to just wipe your mind of that.
Yeah.
You are currently looking at Max Belegday, the head of HR for the entertainment industry.
Yeah, completely.
Thank you so much. Can I just double check with you that this is your job description before we go into it?
Hit me.
Sad song singer, backstabbing murderer and lesbian.
Yeah.
That's all true?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing else to add there? All good?
No.
Perfect. Okay, right, let me just write that down. Okay, brilliant.
Oh.
Right. Fab.
Oh.
I want to go all the way back to where your career started before you were a treacherous, evil murderer.
Okay.
If that's all right with you.
All right.
You went to Brit School.
I did.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I went to performing arts school. It was, everyone thinks it's like fame, and it kind of is. Like there was one time at lunch I went in to the canteen and everyone was dancing on the tables. And I was like, I just want to eat lunch.
That's crazy. That's like Glee.
It was basically Glee. I remember someone got dumped and he did a whole dramatic act. He was like, do you want to be with me? Yes or no? And she was like, no. And then he ran off and I thought, I've got maths with him next, period. So where's he gone?
Was it always important for you to tell stories through your music?
Absolutely. I think every song I like to do, I like it to be about a specific scenario. I want to help people through things one song at a time. That's my little motto.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. I find it interesting actually that you say that, you know, you put a lot of effort to tell emotional stories through your music because I actually found this clip online. So let's just take a look at that together, shall we?
What is about to play?
Village dude went alright, then I became a simp overnight. What the fuck?
What the hell? Put the Muppets in the freezer.
Now turn your big ass around and get the fuck
Oh
back
my
to your
God.
fucking seat.
Can you explain that? You became a simp overnight. Who in the
So-
hell put the...
Muffins in the freezer.
Right, yes.
So, you know, that was a really dark time for me back in 2020. I had to just do whatever to go viral. And I found that like making little mashups of viral sounds was just my bag.
So is that kind of what established your brand, you'd say?
Sadly, yeah.
Your song Go actually got to #2 in the official UK charts, which is
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
You were narrowly beaten out by Harry Styles.
Yes.
Selfishly,
Yeah.
some would
It
say.
was quite rude, actually.
Would you please just be able to look directly down the camera and tell Harry Styles how unacceptable it is that he took that opportunity from a queer, neurodivergent female artist of colour?
Harry, I think it's really awful
Yep.
that you didn't just let me get a number one just for 1 week. A
Tell me.
quadruple homicider like me, you could have actually just let me get a number one just one time, just for 1 week. That's all I wanted, just so I could get the little like number one sign. Also, with that being said, I would love to support you when you go back on tour. So, you know, you can take that number one away from me. Again.
So we'll let bygones be bygones there.
It'll be fine.
I think that was beautiful. And I really liked it when you said quadruple homicider.
Yeah.
Can you explain? Can you just explain what you mean by that?
A quadruple homicider is black, gay, neurodivergent, and a woman.
Right.
Quadruple homicide.
Oh my gosh.
I just can't pick a struggle. I have to have all four.
So anybody out there who was streaming As It Was by Harry Styles, you're a disgrace. Quite frankly. From your pure joyous experiences to your most despicable, devious moments. Kat, it's time to talk about Traitors.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I have never been more shocked at how devious and brilliant someone can be in my entire life.
Thank you.
What were your first thoughts when they reached out to cast you on the show?
Oh God. I was like, yes, I'll do it, because I'm such a big fan of the show. Like, I've watched every single season from every different, the Australian one, the
Me
US
too,
one. Like,
obsessed.
I've watched everything. I just love the show so much. So when I heard they were doing a celeb one, I was like, guys, we need, and they were looking for like a singer or something, or someone young, and I was like, guys, hey, I'm actually here and I'll do whatever to be on it. I'll jump through hoops, like whatever. So as soon as it like came to be, I was like, thank goodness, because I love this show so much.
And did you want to be a traitor from the beginning?
I said it to Nico, I was like, I just leave it up to the universe. Like, I genuinely was like, I don't mind. And then when I sat down with Claudia, I was like, I've come all the way here. Let me just say, do you know what? I'll be a traitor. Because I thought if I was going to be a faithful, I think I would have been able to work it out because I'm quite perceptive. So I kind of thought I'd be a really good faithful and kind of be like a Jazz from season 2 where he just like worked everything out. But then when I got there, I was like, no, I've come all the way here, and like being a faithful is too much. You don't know, like you could just get murdered.
Yeah.
So I would prefer to be a traitor.
I would be an anxious mess beyond repair, but the only way that you really get to actually play the game is if you're a traitor.
Yeah, I agree.
Jeez, that's a lot of pressure though, that really is. And what was your first thought when you realised that your fellow traitors were Jonathan Ross and Alan Carr from the very beginning?
Oh my God. Like, when I saw it was Jonathan, I was like, okay, this is great, because Jonathan's a great speaker. Like, he's had his talk show for ages. Like, he is the best speaker possible. We genuinely did think it was just us two, because we were waiting ages. So we thought, oh great, it's just us two. Like, there's only 19 of us, so it kind of makes sense if there's two, like, perfect. And then we just hear footsteps, and then another person come in, and we were like, who is that? And then the moment we saw it was Alan, we were just, I couldn't contain myself. I just found it so funny. And he was sweating and he was stressed. And I was trying to like retrace my brain to see, like, during the evening after we got picked, like if I had noticed anything from either of them, and I didn't. So I was like, do you know what? This actually might be a really good trio, because as much as Alan was like scary, I didn't notice that was like odd or anything.
I wouldn't say that Alan was slipping up from the very beginning, but he was definitely having conversations that maybe should have been more private, out in the open.
Yeah.
I mean, watching the show, that's what it came across as. Was that true in real life? Was he really like kind of...
Alan's voice was so loud, so loud. And he would just like walk past me and just be like, and I'd be like, Alan, stop, like making it really obvious. He's like, oh, am I? And I was like, Alan, please stop. He just didn't know what to do with himself. And I was the other end of the spectrum. I was literally like, shh, we cannot make anything. Obviously, we have to just be like, I really wanted to kind of not hang out with my other traitors too much.
Yeah.
And plus, it kind of would look weird if I was hanging out with Jonathan anyway, because I was 24 when I did it and he was 64. So it was such an age gap where people would be like, why are they hanging out so much? So I tried to like stay away, but Alan would just come over to me and just give me looks and say things like, Alan,
How did you cope with the anxiety of being a traitor? Because you looked so cool, calm and collected at almost every single time.
I describe myself as a duck. So I look like really cool, but underneath my feet are going like that.
treading water.
Yeah. So I
Right.
think when Claudia tapped me, like everyone always was like, you didn't move a muscle. And it was because I literally was like, if you move a muscle, someone's going to notice that you moved a muscle. If you breathe weird, someone's going to notice that you breathe different. Like, just be really still. And the first day or the first night, I was so nervous. I was convinced everyone thought it was me. I literally was walking around like, oh my God, they noticed me. They literally noticed me.
Oh my God.
They literally noticed me. They know. And then as I like got into it, I started to settle into it a bit more. I had to like talk to myself and go, Claudia did this for a reason. We can do this. It's literally not hard.
Yeah.
I'm a faithful. And I would just like repeat to myself over and over again that I was a faithful. And then I'd walk into the castle and almost believe it myself. That's why I think people were like, you lied so well. Because I genuinely, at some points, forgot that I even was a traitor. So
I think that's the tactic that I would have to do as well,
Yeah.
is like convince myself on a day-to-day level, and then every night I kind of remove that, do the task, and then just go back to it. Because when somebody asks you a question directly to your face, it's so difficult, especially when you know that you're lying, to not show any signs. Like, were you overthinking that constantly?
It was hard. I'm actually a really bad liar, but apart from Celia, no one flat out asked me if I was a traitor. So I think that's why I got away with it for so long, because no one actually asked me, because I'm actually a bad liar, or maybe Kate as well at the beginning. But other than that, I just would try and avoid the question. People would be like, oh, you didn't really talk too much during the round table, but you have to play chess, not checkers. I was yapping throughout the day. And that's why it didn't look weird that I didn't say anything in the round table, because I would tell people, oh, I'm just a bit nervous at the round table, which I was. It's actually hell and really scary. But I would talk loads during the day. So that's how I managed to get away with it.
Nico actually said that although we enjoyed everyone's company, this was the worst group of faithfuls that the show has ever seen.
Yeah.
Who do you think was the worst faithful, and why is it Kate Garraway?
I think Kate was really bad, bless her. She was really bad because she just never had any names, ever. She just was consistently confused. And then it gets to a point in the game where other faithfuls will just go, you're not even really helping us. You're just sort of walking around going, guys, who do we think it is? And not providing any sort of anything. So I would say Kate was bad. But I think, honestly, they all were bad.
What was it? Where do you think that they were messing up?
I think they went into it with too many preconceived ideas of people's jobs and what they did. They weren't going based off of the clues in the game, which if they went off of the clues in the game, it would have been so easy.
Jonathan literally got caught in a lie on like the second day,
Right.
and then all of those people proceeded to disappear.
Do you know, that's what I never understood, because I was like, in the civilian one, just all of those things, like Jonathan murdering Ruth and like the double bluff. If that was a civilian, they would have just been like, at the round table, let's just vote him out anyway, just to see if it was a double bluff.
100%.
Instead, it was like, no, it probably isn't. We'll go somewhere else. I was like, what? Or like when Claire was like, oh, the closest person to Paloma was Alan, so it could be Alan. Everyone's like, no, he wouldn't do that. He can't do that. I'm like, you're in a game. This is what it is. So I think that's why they just couldn't work it out. They couldn't detach people's jobs and what they do.
Do you think that Jonathan's power in the outside world in his career kind of led into people not wanting to vote him off for so long?
Maybe, because I think that's why the celeb one is so interesting, because there's a bit of social hierarchy within there. Like there's a bit of like people who have been in the industry way longer probably have more of a powerful voice, because you see like Joe Marler had been saying he thought it was Jonathan, and people were just like, yeah, all right, sweetheart. Ruth as well, like, so I think he knew more people. So and he's a great talker. So I think because he was able to just always have a response anytime someone came for him, because he's so calm, people thought, well, probably he's not a traitor because he's so just calm with his responses, like he can just say it off. So I think that's why he managed to.
I think that's probably why we saw Nico go so soon as well, because even though he's huge, massive, obviously, I mean, most of the younger people that watch the show probably recognise more so you and Nico than other people. But to that traditional celebrity world, he isn't as recognisable as everyone else. So they probably felt more comfortable voting for him.
Yeah, and it was just their preconceived ideas of everybody. They thought, oh, he's a prankster, he'll probably be a traitor. And I was like, but he gave a compelling argument. Bless him.
Gone too soon.
Justice
really
for
gone
Nico,
too soon.
man.
Justice for Nico, 100%. Obviously, we saw you get all the way to the final, which is so amazing, Kat. Your performance throughout the entire season, you should be so proud of yourself,
Thank you.
genuinely. How did it feel getting that far, and what was going through your head in that moment?
It felt really good because I just love the show so much. So obviously being able to watch it all back and see how it's like, see all the other conversations people having, and that Nick like always thought it was me from like episode 5 or 6. That was so interesting because I also knew when I was in there, I was literally like, I know he knows it's me and he's trying to be sly.
Yeah.
But like we sit across from each other on the round table. I can see you looking at me in a suspicious way. Like I just knew. It was just so many moments that I think as the game went on, me and Alan got a bit cockier. And I think we really thought that we were going to do something. We thought, yeah, we're going to have this. And then just that last minute, that final round table, the way I went out, I think was also kind of perfect because I'm not a TV girl. Like I'm not made for TV in that way. And obviously everybody else's banishments, they do their big speech and they do a whole thing and then they say whether they are or they aren't. And for mine, because I was the last banishment, you just leave. You just
Do you
walk
not wish
out.
that you got that moment?
No, because I'm just not that dramatic.
Yeah, you're really not.
I'm not. I was just sort of like, all right, see you guys, and just sort of left. And I feel like that was like the perfect kind of exit for me because I don't actually like attention anyway. So even like standing up there, I just was like, yeah, I'm all right. See you later, guys. Thanks.
Like you said, watching the show, so you know in that final moment, Nick knew that it was you all along. Is it shocking to realise how soon he found out that it was you?
Yes and no. This is why I genuinely think being like autistic, my pattern recognition is crazy because watching him say, I think in episode 5 and 6, I'm fairly certain it's Kat. I remember being in there going, I think Nick, I know, in that, like that time going, he knows it's me. He just doesn't, he doesn't buy anything. And I think he knows it's me. So it was really interesting to watch it back. The shocking one more was Joe Marler because we were really close. So his little moment at the final one where he was the decider and he voted me, I was like, oh. I mean, I planned for every eventuality. So I was like, I mean, this could go another way where Joe votes for me and then I go. But I could tell around the round table that I think they were gonna vote for me because I could just, the tide was turning. Yeah. It was interesting to watch it because I could just like trust my instinct because I remember at that time being like, I think Nick knows it's me. But then like, Jonathan didn't believe it and I was like, Jonathan, I feel like we should murder Nick. And he was like, no, let's keep Nick.
I was going to say, if you could go back, would you want to change that?
Nick Mohammed, love you. You're actually a really sweet guy and you was tapped in and you were smart. However, I should have murdered you when I had my chance. Oh. And I think if I murdered Nick, I think the whole game would have been
The whole
different.
tide would have turned.
The whole tide would have turned.
I can't help but agree, and I'm going to have to write that down. Nick Mohammed, lovely guy. Wish he was dead though.
Yeah. Sorry,
Quite
Nick.
brutal. Well, that was the most riveting television I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know about you. When you did the viewing party for the first episode, I literally felt like I was at a concert. I was like, this is what straight people feel like at football games. It was mad.
crazy.
Like, you should just be so proud of yourself. I'm so happy for you. I don't think
you.
it could have gone better.
Yeah.
And I really just hope that you continue to see so much more success for your album, your music, your eventual tours that you'll be doing, because everyone has fallen in love with Kat Burns. And personally, it's about fucking time, to be honest with you.
Just saying.
Get with the program, guys. This perfectly goes into your latest release, your new album, How to Be Human, that is out now, by the way, guys. I personally, I mean, this is off the record, obviously, because this is strictly business. But personally, last night, I locked myself in a dark room and listened to it from start to finish.
Yep.
You should be so proud of yourself, because that was wild. I mean, the album takes us on the journey of you going through grief, of losing your lovely granddad, you falling in love, and you kind of just going through the ups and downs of humanity and sharing the lessons that you learned along the way. How is it writing about something so vulnerable like that?
Do you know what? I always say art should cost you something, and if you're not nervous to put something out, then you haven't given enough of yourself to it. And I think this album particularly, there's like voice notes and memos of me crying.
Oh my God, I was crying along with you.
It's
Honestly.
really takes you on like a proper journey. And I think Like people are always like, yeah, once they're out of the tunnel, they're like, guys, it's amazing over here. Like, you'll get through it. And I just wanted a body of work that was like, documents the trenches and documents the hellish time before it gets good.
That is so true. I saw a quote that I think someone said, like, you don't really go through grief, you kind of like work around it and always keep it with you, and it rears its head at different times, but you learn how to cope with it. Is that kind of the experience that you've shared through your album?
Absolutely. Grief is love with no place to go, and you learn.
That's the nicest quote ever.
That's all it is, I think, and that's what like keeps me like sane. Whenever I'm crying about it or I'm getting like really emotional, I just think it means I miss the person, and to miss someone is to love them. So it's just a load of love.
Off the record again. That is beautiful. I'm going to make a note of that. Oh my God. What's your favourite song on the album?
Oh my gosh. Okay, my favourite song on the album is I Love You But.
Oh my God, that one literally brought me back to like a heartbreak that I had where there's so much feelings there, there's so much emotion there, like in another world maybe, but it's just not happening and we need to come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's just like for all my no contact girls, exactly what you said, it's just we can't speak, we can't be around each other right now. And maybe one day, but for now, we need
to cut it off.
Exactly.
As this is a review of your job performance, Kat, we had to reach out to some colleagues of yours to get their thoughts on you.
Okay.
So, Kat Burns, now it's time for your peer review. So,
oh God.
Thanks for electing his lawyers and the entire team of Performance Review. We'd like to clarify that every single one of these quotes are made up. Every person that's about to be mentioned had absolutely no say in this. And Max would like to kindly ask that they don't sue.
we actually had this quote in from Ed Sheeran about you. So, Ed Sheeran said, Kat supported me on tour, and the crowd absolutely loved her every night. Oh, how
Thanks,
lovely.
Ed.
She was such a joy to watch. However, one night we ended up in a random European gay bar. And I saw her throwing the absolute worst dance moves I've ever seen. I pray to God she never dances on stage. It would end her career. How do you respond?
You know what, Ed? I don't know if you're a better dancer than I am. Hey, last time I checked, you were also dancing quite crazy in that gay bar too. Yeah? Just saying.
You went on tour with Ed Sheeran. First of all, you were so early into your career at that point. What was that, 2022?
Yeah, I was 22.
How crazy was that?
That was a lot of fun. Like it was the best throwing of being in the deep end ever. Like I just got to perform to crowds that didn't necessarily come to see me, and I could just grow my confidence. And performing in a stadium is way different to performing in like a small venue. Like the sound travels and it echoes back at you and you have to stay in time. Like it's all these things that you get to learn without the pressure of it being your own show. And that time when we went to a gay bar, we were in Poland, and I was like, maybe we should just like go out. And Ed was like, yeah, let's go. And then we went out. The shots were crazy. It was like, this was how big the shots were. And the next day I was like, why did I go there? Why did I do that?
I love the idea of a random Polish gay person being in a bar and Kat Burns and Ed Sheeran come in.
They were all shocked.
Yeah,
They were
I
like,
can imagine.
what's happening? I was like, I don't know.
Well, we've also had this quote in from Stephan Fry about you, Kat. So I'm just going to dive right in here. I didn't know much about Kat before entering the castle. However, she was an absolute delight to be around, and I thoroughly enjoyed her warm, calming energy. That being said, this sleepy-ass hoe wrote my name so many times at that round table. It was like she was practicing my frigging autograph. Kat Burns, keep my motherfucking name out your motherfucking mouth. How do you respond to Stephan Fry saying that about you?
Listen, Stephan Fry, I'll do it again. I had to do what I had to do. The game is the game. The game is the game is the game is the game. I wasn't gonna do that to Jonathan. The big dog theory worked in my favour. I said, I think it's Stephen. And a few other people were like, I think it's Stephen too. So do you know what, Stephen? It had to be done. Love you though.
Seeing you just every single round table, Stephen.
I think it's Stephen.
Gonna go for you again, Stephen. The absolute legend, by the way. What was he like?
a walking encyclopedia. You go, hey, Stephen. He'd go, well, yes, well. He would just start talking about random things.
Wow, I loved it when him and Alan Carr would randomly have like little bits of like homosexual banter.
Yeah.
And that was highly entertaining to me because we don't often get to see that side of Stephan Fry.
No, but he's really lovely.
Well,
Well,
clearly not a
actually,
big fan of
maybe
you.
not, actually.
So I'll make a note of that as well. And now, Kat, sadly, we are nearing the end of your performance review. But before I decide whether you get to keep your job, I'm just going to ask you some rapid fire questions as I put you, Kat Burns, in the office hot seat. Celia Imrie screaming in a well or Celia Imrie farting in a cabin?
Celia Imrie screaming in a well.
Oh, okay. Any particular, was it the smell? Was it quite...
The fart, it didn't smell, bless her heart.
She doesn't look like her farts would smell, to be
No,
fair.
and she always announces it and tells you that she's done it.
Brilliant.
Best way to be.
Classy lady. Night out with Ed Sheeran and night out with Sam Smith?
Night out with Sam Smith.
Oh, okay. I mean, you've already done it with
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran. Did you go out with Sam Smith on their tour?
I didn't, but I feel like Sam would be a really fun time, and just going out with the gays is always fun.
Ed Sheeran, become gay, or you're not invited, quite frankly.
There we go.
Huge crowd or intimate gig?
Huge crowd, actually.
Really?
Yeah, intimate gig feels I can see everyone's face. and
Yeah.
it's quite intense.
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
a huge crowd, I can just sort of frolic.
Throw a fellow traitor under the bus or defend each other till the end?
Defend each other till the end.
Oh, wholesome queen.
Wholesome queen.
There were points where it looked like you might be ready to throw Jonathan under the bus.
It had to be done. I think Jonathan knew his time was coming to an end. And once Stephen went after the big dog theory, it was kind of like if I didn't, I would look even more dodgy.
That's very fair.
So it had to be done.
Last question. You have been referred to as an LGBT trailblazer who is a beacon of representation for lesbian women. So my question to you, Kat Burns, is who the hell is this? Who is she?
That was a dark time. I was
Stratburns.
Stratburns. I was 18. Really obsessed with boys, which is, you can tell.
Well, yeah. I mean, it literally says, I like men
Oh.
on it.
Oh, yeah.
I believe
exactly.
you wrote that
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. So that was a really dark time
Yeah.
for me. But I managed to get out. I managed to break out of that.
You broke free from the barriers of heterosexuality.
There we go.
Thank God for that. Well, Kat Burns, we are nearing the end of your performance review right now, and I'm going to put the notes away when I say this. I met you 5 years ago on a brand trip where I was petrified of nearly everybody else on that trip. The sheer thought of content creators terrified me. Quite a few people lived up to that terrifying expectation, except for you.
Thank you.
You are literally a beacon of light, joy, kindness. Every moment that I have with you feels special because you are so sincere in every action that you make. Even when you're pissed off, you're so open about it, and I friggin' love that.
Thank you.
And I just think you are such a lovely person. You are one of the few people in the industry I've never heard anyone say a bad word about.
Aww.
I think you deserve all your success and more.
Thank you.
And that's why it's so difficult for me to tell you that, Kat Burns, you are fired.
Oh.
Quite frankly, it's time for you to pack up your shit and go.
Oh.
So, see you later, love.
Oh.
You murderous cow.
Oh.
Enjoy unemployment.
Oh.